Most people, including myself, are too afraid of what other people think about them. At least this is how I used to be until absolutely everything changed for me, which I'll talk about a little bit later in this video. But we all grow up going through school or whatever endeavor where there's a lot of people where all we can think about is what other people are thinking of us. I can guarantee you this, and I really want you to think about this for yourself. What is one thing that you are not doing because you care too much about what other people think? For me, it was making music. I used to make music back when I was in middle school, and then I completely quit because other people hated on it so much. So my question is, what is that for you? What is that one thing or multiple things that you should be doing that you know you would love to do, your passions, that you're not doing because you're too scared of what other people are going to say about you? Now that you have that question rolling through your head, the solution will be very clear after I tell this short story about what happened to me. So not too long ago, I started hanging out with this extremely popular creator going by the name of Cookie King. He has millions of followers. I don't know how well you guys know him, but he's become a really good friend of mine. So the first thing that I noticed when I met Cookie King is he did not change one bit from how he was on camera versus off camera. He's like a goofball. He's completely being himself at all times, and I've never seen anything like it ever in my life. Because most of the time what I would do, and what you guys probably do as well, whenever you meet someone new, you're not making jokes, you're not fully being yourself, you're not being weird at all. You're trying to come off as quote-unquote normal as possible. But after I met Cookie King, it was literally like a fresh breath of air. I felt so relieved that there are still people out there who are completely authentic and themselves. Now the issue here is this started making me question myself. I would sit and think like, I'm not like this at all. I'm a completely different person based on the friend group I'm with, based on the people I'm with, whether I'm talking to parents. And like, yes, that can be a good thing, but like, I can't remember the last time I was fully authentic, where I would basically say whatever was on my mind or do whatever I was thinking because I cared way too much what other people were going to say or think. But anyway, as I continued hanging out with Cookie King, one thing I realized was that there was 0 people that disliked him. And when I say 0, I'm saying there was not a single person that I ever came across, even to this current day, who disliked Cookie King. If anything, he's been somebody that everybody wants to be around. It almost feels like people who do have an ego and people who do change in front of other people, when they're around Cookie King, they also feel like they can be themselves, and that's exactly what happened to me. Now, this is all about to come full circle, but first I want to let you guys know how him doing this completely sparked me into becoming a totally different person. So Cookie King has this account on TikTok where he posts literally like 100 times a day. And what I thought was cool about that is every post, it's basically an impulse. So whenever you think of something, you post it. Whenever you want to do something like an action, like let's say you just want to like do some random dance just because it pops in your head, he would just do that and then post it. And then eventually he convinced me to do the same thing. My account on TikTok is called Dillington. I made this account, and I'm not even joking, I've probably been posting like 50 to 100 times a day. And people seem to really like that. So I really started posting on this account about 1 month ago, and it's already at 120,000 followers. And there's no value that you gain from watching it. There's no point to the videos. It's literally me just completely being myself. Anytime an impulsive thought pops into my head, I just act on it. And what's so funny about it is on my main accounts, like on YouTube that you're watching right now, or like on TikTok and stuff, I would always be so hesitant to actually like joke around or be myself or be really authentic. I pretty much in a way, what I didn't realize is that's not actually what people really want. Like, obviously when you're watching a video, you want to get value out of it for the most part, but sometimes people just want authenticity. They want real people that they can watch, and that's like, especially on social media nowadays, it's not a thing anymore. So anyway, I'm continuing just to post on this TikTok account, and literally this week I've gotten 34 million views. That is more than my main account. That's more than almost all of my friends who do social media in 1 week, simply from just being myself. 34 million views. And not only that, my Instagram has gained like 40,000 followers. And the biggest change that I made is that I stopped caring. Just anything that came to my head or anything that I really wanted people to know about or what I wanted to talk about, I would just say it. So this very like closely relates back to you. I just want you to start doing that thing that you feel like you can't because other people are going to judge you or care about. Because I'm telling you guys, it is the most freeing thing to just let loose and like follow your impulses and follow your passions and actually have people support you. But the thing is, most people when I started this account did not. It was actually full of hate, and then out of nowhere it just like shifted because people saw I was unaffected by the hate and I was going to continue to do it anyway. And I feel like the main reason people hate nowadays is because they're jealous and or they want you to stop, or just some random various reasons. So if you push through the hate and you push through the negativity and just continue doing what you want to do, in my opinion, at least what I've noticed is people eventually get to a point where they join your side almost. I've had multiple people who I see commenting hate comments on my videos switch over and saying like, I kind of like this guy. And I think the reason is because at the start, people saw me as posting that as like, I fell off or something. And that was actually the top comment on most of the videos. It was like, bro fell off. And then out of nowhere, I was getting millions of views. And now the bro fell off thing is like an inside joke. So these people who were hating on me now have an inside joke with me, and they're like, all right, how am I going to hate this guy? I literally am joking about him in all the comments. He's responding to my comments. So now, not to be confrontational or anything, but I want to bring up the topic that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. What is that thing for you that you're not doing? Comment it below. I want to know. I want to respond to the comments. This is a very short video. I want to know, what is that thing that you're not doing? And then once you comment that, that's locking you in. You have to go do it because you want to do it. Why would you not do something that you want to do if it's a positive thing? Let's say you want to make music. Why are you not doing it? Let's say you want to go to the gym more. Why are you not doing it? There's a reason. If everybody in the world hates you, but you love yourself, who's really winning? Because I'll tell you one thing, people who love themselves don't hate on other people. And at my ripe age of 19, I feel like I'm a little bit ahead in this regard. But bro, I feel like I'm beginning to love myself more and more, and it's getting to the point where no matter what anybody says about me, I know who I am. I know exactly who I am. Of course, I have a lot more to learn about myself. We all do. But are you really going to let other people change the course of your life? Who knows what would have happened if I never quit music? Because I don't know. I could be doing that full time. I got a ton of hate for doing social media, and I never quit, and I'm so glad I didn't. So do that thing, bro. That's the whole point of this video, is to do that thing. There's not much else to say. I love you guys. Stay tuned for the next one.